Call Halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us the 100% truth according to the Bible and who rule well. All right, and the double shalom to all the Akim out there pushing the truth and sincerity, regardless of whom hear or forbears. Okay, the videos we do only for the hopeful elect, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and confusion of faces. All right, now I want to go into an article, and this article pretty much explains the fact that America, all right, is the leading in civilian gun ownerships, man. All right, by far than any other any other country on the face of this earth, man. All right, now why is that important? Because when you look at these mass shootings, all right, and you look at the evil times is coming forth, and the scriptures talk about race riots, nation against nation. All right, the stage is set for these things, man. Okay, as a Second Amendment, the United States pushed these devils put in the law. Okay, the law of America. All right, it says the right to bear arms. Okay, so when it all goes down and it gets down to the nitty gritty, man, there's the evil times is just going to turn up even more, man. Because look, there's enough guns to go around each household, at least 2 or 3 times, man, as the article goes into. So let's jump right into it. This comes from Wikipedia, taking more advantage of what the wickedness has been going on, the evil times. People are scared, so they're buying more guns. All right, so just to read between the lines, though, I'm going to bring out this article. It says, gun ownership is the act of owning guns. Matter of fact, Salakia, that's not what I want to bring out. United States gun ownership, it says, Americans made up of 4% of the world's population, but owned about 46% of the entire global stock of 857 million civilian firearms. All right, so America is close to owning half of the global stock. All right, which that global stock consists of 857 million civilian firearms. It says U.S. civilians own 393 million guns. All right, that is 3 times as many guns as the armed forces of the Russian Federation. All right, which they own 30.3 million. Okay, so that's what close to what 13 times more than the Russian Federation. It says China owns 27.5 million, North Korea 8.4 million, Ukraine 6.6. Okay, hey, there's so many guns owned here in America, man. It says American civilians own more guns than those held by civilians in the other top 25 countries combined. It says American civilians own nearly 100 times as many firearms as the U.S. military and nearly 400 times as many as law enforcement. Okay, it says Americans bought more than 2 million guns in May 2017 alone. Just alone, Americans bought more than 2 million guns in May 2018. That is more than twice as many guns as possessed by every law enforcement agency in the United States put together. All right, and so that's just a glimpse of the article, man. Like, all this stuff is going down, man. The Lord is bringing forth these things, man. Okay, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna jump right into. I'm gonna bring out Second Ezra, the 15th chapter. All right, Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Woe means death and destruction. All right. It says, verse 15, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." All right, and the sword represents any killing instrument. All right, in which we're speaking about particularly firearms, guns, man. All right, AK-47s, semi-automatics, 9mm, 380s, your 44 Magnums. All right. It says, "And one people shall stand up to fight against another." All right, and that's those race riots, man. All right, and these Edomites, all right, they're the leading ownership of these firearms, man. Okay, because what Esau was blessed with the sword, and Esau spiritually is tapped into his blessing. All right, just about every Edomite, in America owns at least 1 gun or more, man. Okay, it says, "And one people shall stand up to fight against another." And these Edomites, man, the so-called white people, All right, they already locked and loaded, man, ready for war, man. All right, and that's why you see them going to the, you see them consistently going to the gun range, working on their aim. You know, why? Because they're preparing for this race riot, man. Okay, which we know the scriptures tell you these things are gonna come forth. It says, and swords in their hands. All right, people are gonna have all types of weapons in their hands, man. When the race riots popped off, all right, you think about Rodney King when that happened. You know, people were using all types of weapons, man. Bats, 2x4s, knives, machetes, firearms. Okay, all these things are coming forth, man. Okay, it says verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men. Okay, now you go into that word sedition. Let's bring that out right quick. The definition of sedition, it reads, conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. And you got a lot of these NRA leaders and these different conservative, quote unquote conservative politicians who are all for, who are blatantly racist, man. And they're all for, the Second Amendment, okay? And they're going to be inciting people to push for fights, man, for race riots, for protecting your own, all right? And that's going to promote or influence the people to continue to fight, man, okay? It says, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, so they're not going to give a damn about your personal space, your house, okay, where you dwell at. All right, people going to run up on other people, man, and it's going to happen at a heavy dose, man, okay, and everyone is strapped, strapped, locked and loaded, ready for war, man, mainly these Edomites, man, all right. It says, verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. All right. And that's that martial law. Martial law is going to kick in. All right. Because, through the spirit, man, these elites are really setting up these mass shootings. OK. And what are people calling for? Calling for stricter laws to take away people's guns. All right. And that's what these elites pretty much want these people to how to react, all right. And the elites are going to want to bring forth a solution, all right, which is to bring forth martial law, to bring forth a curfew, all right. They might even implement things to take away your rights, your so-called rights, your guns, okay, all right. But as the scripture says, 2 Ezra 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. So you're not going to be able to, skip town to another town, because it's going to be martial law. And it's going to be blocked off where you can't get past, soldiers or whatever, authority that's protecting the walls of that city from you getting in and anyone coming, going out. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So it's going to be so much death and destruction, so much chaos, riots, house fires, people looting, robbing, stealing, women getting raped, cannibalism. All these things are going to happen very soon, man. It says, verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. All right, you're going to have people literally kicking in the door, waving their guns. As Biggie say, kicking in the door, waving the 4-4s, man, it's going down. All right, and the Lord has it set up where there's so many, households with guns, man. Like America is by far, as the script, as a article said. Let me bring that back out. 'Cause that's a high number, man. It says. Americans made up 4% of the world's population, but own about 46% of the entire global stock of 857 civilian firearms. It says U.S. civilians own 393 million guns. All right. It says 2 million more. Salaki. It says, this is what I wanted to get. Americans bought more than 2 million guns in May 2018 alone. 2 million guns bought in May 2018 alone. 1 month. 1 month. All right. So with all these different mass shootings, you know that number is different in 2019. You know, so it's gonna be death and destruction by far, man. It says, 2 Ezra 15 and 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. All right, because everybody's gonna be about protecting them and their households, man. All right, then you got some of these different gangs. All right, they're gonna be looking to protect their own. You know, it says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. All right, stealing their goods, any food, perishable items, lighters, candles, gas, anything that could be used in those times, man. It says because of the lack of bread and for tribulation, all right, because there's going to be much tribulation, man, much anguish, sorrows, people are going to be afraid. It says men shall be afraid. It says, let me skip down to verse 49. 2 Ezra 15 and 49. I will send plagues upon thee. All right. The Lord's going to send plagues upon the whole earth. And in America is going to be a heavy dose, man. See, America is Babylon the Great. All right. Babylon the Great, that word Babylon goes back to the Hebrew word Babal, which means a land of confusion. It means confusion, man. Okay. But the Lord's going to send these plagues upon the whole earth. All right. It says widowhood. So these women are going to be without their husbands, man. Their husbands are going to die. They're going to be put to death from that World War III. All right, because a lot of these men are in the armies, man. And when Valley Yehoshaphat or Josaphat, to mention it verbatim, okay, and the race wars happen, these women are going to be without their man. Okay, so the Lord's going to bring forth widowhood. It says poverty. All right, now poverty is happening, but at an all-time high, but it's getting ready to get worse, man, where a lot of people are going to be without, a place to stay, man, homeless, no jobs. Okay, the dollar's about to crash. People are going to be without a place to stay with the necessities in life, food, water, shelter. It says famine. All right, lack of. So there's going to be a lack of bread, a thirst for water comes soon, man. All right, and in Central America, it's happening already, man. A lack of bread. People are rationing off, their food, man. Where they're eating, once a day. Some people are not eating for 2 or 3 days just to save enough food to last them through, the time. It says sword, all right, and that sword is a plague, man. Where the Lord is has had it where America is a leading by far nation or country with where consumer of firearms, man. Okay, so it's gonna be a lot of shootouts, a lot of robberies. Okay, people getting pistol whipped. All right, people getting their heads blown off. It says and pestilence, diseases, man. It says to waste thy houses with destruction and death. All right, and so the Lord is bringing forth vengeance, man. And the scriptures tell you that, destruction is coming. This is a part of destruction, man. Amongst many other things, man, this is a part of the Lord bringing forth death and destruction. Okay? This should put fear in our people's hearts, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. It says, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. All right, and people have been crying for peace, man. Thinking that there's going to be more peaceful times, or America's going to be great again. It's going to be peaceful times, which really there was never any peaceful times in America. All right, but people are crying for it. All right, that's what these false prophets are promoting or trying to entice our people with. Okay, but they're crying for peace and prosperity, right? It says, then sudden destruction come upon them. All right, and as the scriptures say, the Lord's coming as a thief in the night. And all the things is leading up to our Lord and Savior's arrival also includes the destruction, the plagues, all right, that I read about in 2 Ezra. It says, as travail upon a woman with child. All right, and when a woman is getting ready to bring forth birth, all right, she gets those birth pains, and she can't escape it, man. All right. And a woman to tell you, any woman that's had a child to tell you that's the worst pain they've ever felt in their life, man. Okay. It says, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. See, these plagues the Lord is bringing is going to be, no way, shape, or form to be to escape from. All right. When the Lord is bringing all these different plagues and, the stage is set, for shootouts to happen, where swords to be used at an all-time high. People are going to really exalt, their rights, man. Here in America, the American Second Amendment, people are really going to be using their swords, man. And the people are not even going to care about what these politicians say, man. Legal guns, whether it's registered or not, people are going to be out here busting caps, man. Okay. Let me bring out one more precept. I'm going to close out on it. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse, no, it's not. That's not the one. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 25. It says, destruction cometh. And see, these times are coming forth, man. And you seeing it, man, with these mass shootings. We already really in it, man. We already in it, man. You got 2 mass shootings within 24 hours, man. Within a 24-hour segment, man, of time. All right, that's how deep it is, man, as far as us getting closer and closer to more evil times. Okay, so destruction is coming. All right, destruction is here, but it's going to come even worse. It says, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. All right, and people are having these gatherings and these prayer sessions, which the scriptures tell you, the Lord is not hearing their prayers. And I'm paraphrasing, man. The Lord's not hearing their prayers, man. Okay? So they're trying to seek peace. They're looking for a way to bring forth, peaceful times when there's not going to be any, man, as the scriptures say. All right? 2nd Ezra 7:25, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. You see, there's not going to be any peace. The times we're in is the time of what? War. Okay? And I got to bring out more precepts. It says, Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. All right, so everything comes in this perspective order. All right, the seasons, all right, the months, okay, the times, all right, the time of the day, all right. After morning comes what? Afternoon. Once the afternoon is done, then the evening comes. Then night, or well, basically evening is night, okay? But everything happens in its perspective order, all right? Now I'm going to skip down to verse 8. It says, a time to love and a time to hate. All right, there's no love out here, man. The hearts of many shall wax cold. Or the only love there is are the ones in this truth, man. All right, and we're in a time where everyone is all about themselves. They're protecting themselves and, surviving, man. All right, everyone's in survival mode, and the elect is in survival mode, but spiritually. All right, and the only love there is amongst the brotherhood and the truth, man. Okay, it says a time of war and a time of peace. So there's a time of war and there's a time of peace. And obviously we're not in the time of peace. All right. When you got people gathering arms, at a level, that's, surpasses any other country on the face of the earth, that signifies people that are afraid and or ready for war. That's not a time of peace. It says in a time of peace. So the only peace that there's going to be is in the kingdom, man. All right, but before the kingdom comes, what? There has to be war. World War III, race riots, evil times, pestilence, diseases. The Lord has to bring forth vengeance. Lord Yahushua, coming to save the elect and destroying this place with laser beams. All right, ICBM missiles, the latest land desolate. Those are the times. That's the times that we're in. We're in the time of war. All right, so with that being said, before I close out, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us the 100% truth according to the Bible and who rule well. And the double shalom to all the Akim out there pushing the truth and truth and sincerity, regardless of whom here or forbears. Shalom.